Newly sponsored Bank of Scotland Premier League. Just as they were a year ago, Kilmarnock and St Johnstone seem to be locked in battle for that third place and the European spot, which hopefully will go with it. Today the pair met at McDermott Park, with St Johnstone 6 matches unbeaten at home, favourites to beat a Killie side who haven't won since the first day of the year. John Barnes is the commentator.
St Johnstone make 2 changes from the team which beat Motherwell in the Cup last week. Keith O'Halloran and Miguel Sameo are in from the start. O'Halloran takes over from the injured Danny Griffin in midfield, while Sameo lines up in attack beside Roddy Grant, with Nathan Lowndes relegated to the bench. Paul Kane's been one of Saints' key players in what's been a productive midfield this season. He was the first Scot to cash in on the Bosman ruling, and now complements his playing duties with that of coaching the McDermott Park youngsters. A pleasing sight for Kilmarnock is the return of Gus MacPherson after injury. He makes his 318th appearance for the Ayrshire club today and is one of the most consistent defenders in the Scottish game. MacPherson is one of 2 changes made by Bobby Williamson. The other sees the return of Ali Mitchell. MacPherson fills his usual right-back spot. Mitchell takes over from Alan Mahood in midfield, while the experienced campaigners McCoist and Wright are up front. The referee is Dougie MacDonald. So St Johnstone get the 3rd meeting of these sides underway, with the previous 2 having ended in draws. A 0-0 scoreline here at McDermott Park back in August, and a 2-2 draw at Rugby Park in October. Paul Kane involved in the action early on. Now John McWillan looking for Roddy Grant. Trying to release Philip Scott there, but Gary Holt was back tracking there. Gus MacPherson gets his first touch of the afternoon. Slightly off balance as he tried to clear that one for his first taste of the action in a month. Dasovic links with Kane, and a good through ball from Kane, looking for Miguel Sameo. But Gordon Marshall read that extremely well, playing the auxiliary sweeper's role. Giving possession straight to Ali McCoist, but the break of the ball though eventually fell to Boland, and now Boland trying to look with Sameo. Gary Boland in, good save by Gordon Marshall, he got down well. The break of the ball fell towards Boland, and there was Gordon Marshall, one hand was enough. Early by Boland, trusted down by Durrant, only for Roddy Grant. McGowne can release Holt, and Kilmarnock can come forward. Holt with it, going all the way, tries the shots. Didn't get much power on it there, Gary Holt. His effort ended wide of the target. But the St Johnstone defenders backed off there as Gary Holt pushed forwards. But his shot didn't trouble Alan Main. McQuillan with the throw. Paul Kane to Gary Boland, thinking about the shot from long range, drives it in well, kept it down. Gordon Marshall was right behind it. Gary Boland can strike them on his favoured left foot. It was not a bad effort, it bounced in front of the goalkeeper, that made it more difficult. MacPherson looking for Holt, it's beyond him. Indecision there, chance for Gary Holt, there's an open goal! And what a mix-up there with Alan Main involved. He took a knock in the process, but Gary Holt opens the scoring for Kilmarnock after 18 minutes. It's Gary Holt's 3rd goal of the season. The long ball forwards. Dodds waited for Main, they collided. As pressure was put on there, Gary Holt couldn't believe his luck, and he just rounded Kerr to slot that ball in the net. And there was a collision there, and a mighty Fanko. McCoist was involved too, but Gary Holt all the way through, and a bit of a tap-in. Maybe just checking for concussion there. Some concern for St Johnstone at this stage of the match. Sandy Clark looks on, concerned about his goalkeeper, and concerned that they lost a goal in that fashion. Looks as though Maine will continue though. Bowling fires it in this time. It's not a good one. It's easily cut out there by Mitchell, and now Dylan Kerr picks up. Indecision between McQuillan and O'Halloran. Dylan Kerr thought only one thing, and that was to pick up the ball. Now McCoist to Wright. The break of the ball back to McCoist. Slices it over the top there under pressure from Gary Boland. It was a good chance for Ali McCoist. He was complaining that Boland got a touch. But you see it there? Didn't look as though he did. O'Halloran up against Kerr, going for the byline, and the corner is won. Dylan Kerr backtracking all the way there. And now the big men up once more for St Johnstone. Kernahan goes near post. Dasovich is there, so is Grant. And at the back is Darren Dodds. Boland, left-footed, flights it in deep this time. Gordon Marshall gets a hand to it, pams it away, taking no chances. Kane this time, right-footed, and out comes Gordon Marshall, and that's good handling, facing into the sun. McGowne, composed play from Kilmarnock, building up. MacPherson, chip towards McCoist, down he goes. But the referee says he was backing in on Kernahan. McCoist always using his body to shield the ball there, but using it to hold off the challenge of Kernahan. Gary Holt forward looking for Mitchell again, but McCullen kept his eye on it. Holt to releases Mitchell. Bit of space. Paul Wright's the only one forwards. Darren Dodds was watching, and he cleared it away for the corner. Rather windy down there. Durrant having a problem spotting the ball. Maine under pressure, got a touch to it though. Managed to direct it away from Paul Wright's head. Mark have it back though. Mark Reilly lobs it into the area. Long clears from Alan Main. Coming out of the sun here, Jim Lauchlan trying to keep his eye on it, and he did well to guide that back to Gordon Marshall. It's over the head of Kernahan. McCoist always ready to take advantage, and he releases Durrant. Durrant drives in the shot. It hit Gary Boland solidly on the face. He's down injured. He'll require some treatment. His play rages on. Durrant thought about driving it in, and straight in the face. Gary Boland seems to have recovered. Lauchlan again. Now Dasovich just hooks it over his shoulder, looking for Sameo to get round behind Kevin McGowne. But McGowne stood his ground. Dasovich gets away from Durrant, knocks it into the area. O'Halloran with a chance. He arrived late again, he just couldn't control it. He was overrun it. Keith O'Halloran arriving at the back post there. Dasovich was the man who played it in. O'Halloran got round the back of the Kilmarnock defence, but his first touch let him down. In towards Holt. Away by Boland. Wilson Mayo. Touch for Kane. Now Gary Boland looking for players to come towards him. But the first half comes to a close with Kilmarnock in the lead, thanks to a goal after 18 minutes through Gary Holt. It was indecision at the heart of the St Johnstone defence. A collision between Darren Dodds and goalkeeper Alan Main allowed the ball to break for Gary Holt, and he accepted the chance to slot it away. At half-time here at McDiarmid Park, it's St Johnstone 0, Kilmarnock 1. Kilmarnock leading by 1-0, get the second half underway, and immediately on the attack, Ian Durrant driving in the shots, trying to test Alan Main very early on, and not far away. Ian Durrant firing it in there, trying to catch Alan Main unawares, but just too high. Lauchlan heading that ball away again. Jim Lauchlan has had a very good first half. McCullen towards Grant. Kerr goes down there by O'Halloran, and a bit of pushing gives St Johnstone the free kick. Gary Bowen over on this side, so that will be a left-footed in-swinger. Two-man wall for Kilmarnock there. Bowen tries to drive it in near post, come off Ali Mitchell. Forward again for some Mayo. Nice touch inside for O'Halloran. And backtracking there was Gus MacPherson, got the timely of interventions as O'Halloran pushed forward. That was McGowne Mayo who turned it in towards O'Halloran. He really should have pulled the trigger there, but MacPherson got the touch to deflect it away. But the referee has decided it's a goal kick. Lauchlan fires it forward, looking for Mitchell. McCullen knocks it out of play, conceding the throw. Dylan Kerr, he can throw them long if he wants. Instead he finds Durrant. Mitchell Lauchlan goes down by Kane, but Lauchlan still manages to get the pass out to Dylan Kerr. Kerr's deep ball in towards Holt. Main's dropped it, chance for Paul Wright. Well, Alan Main getting into a fanco this afternoon. He's been in outstanding form all season. Paul Wright barging in there on McQuillan, but Alan Main, well, he's been in good form all season, but on this occasion, well, he didn't grab it properly and almost allowed Paul Wright to take advantage. Cross coming in, the header away by Lauchlan. MacPherson under pressure. Bowen with the throw, picks out Kernahan. To Bowen. McQuillan tries to get the ball inside Dylan Kerr, but he won't be caught out with that one. Manages to get the touch back towards Gordon Marshall. Kernahan's header away, picked up by McMahon. Lauchlan put under pressure by Samil. Lauchlan was doing a bit of pulling there as the striker looked as though he was getting away from him. And the referee, Dougie McDonald, suggests that Lauchlan should be booked. And Jim Lauchlan will receive the yellow card for that little tug on Miguel Samil. Gary Bowen with the free kick. A free header from Rodney Grant and a great save from Gordon Marshall. The Kilmarnock keeper was exposed there as his defence tried to play for offside. Bowen's cross, there was Grant's with a header and an excellent save from Gordon Marshall. Corner from Kane. Marshall's there again. It's headed away by Kerr though. Gus MacPherson clears his lines. Flick on by Grant. McMahon sends in the cross away by Holt. Now it's Durrant trying to angle the ball wide. McCoist was way in the left-hand side. That was where the pass was intended, but it went straight through to Main. There's Dasovic. Samil. MacPherson and wins the corner. Gus MacPherson back in the side this afternoon, and he's working hard as ever. Dodds is at the back post, so it's Kernahan's there, swung in by Kane, away by MacPherson and McGowne. And Mitchell completes the clearance. Gary Bowen gets the ball for a run. Durrant tries to measure that run. And Bowen still gets a cross in, but he finds the side netting. Powerful running there from Gary Bowen. But his final cross behind. Bobby Williamson will be the happier manager, seeing his side going back on the score sheet after 3 games without a goal. McGowne put under pressure once more by Samil. Once again though, he knocked the ball out of play, taking no chances. Grant running to Mayo, and Bowen with the whipped cross away by Dylan Kerr, straight under the foot of Dasovic. Back to Kane, the header down. There's Jerry McMahon, he knocks the ball into the nets, but he's offside. The flag was raised. The substitute thought he had equalised as that ball was played back in by Paul Kane. It was headed down into the path of McMahon by O'Halloran. He got the touch to beat Marshall, but unfortunately for the St Johnstone fans, he was offside. Dasovic and Kane trying to spread it wide to McMahon. Dylan Kerr got up well. Now it's McMahon. Kane, will chip forward though, beyond Samil and Rory Grant. It's not going the way of St Johnstone at the moment. Just can't keep that one in. MacPherson's throw. Holt took a knock. St Johnstone have it. Here's Grant. Goes down as ever by Kevin McGowne. Kerr wins a header, and Dasovic wins that one. Darren Dodds. Johnstone play it well out of defence. Kerr wins it from Mitchell. Moves it forward. Paul Wright gives chase, but it's an easy clearance for Alan Main. Head flick on by Roddy Grant, but he's barging into Jim Lauchlan. Grant disagrees with the referee's decision. McCoist heavily involved in the action which led up to the goal. He comes off, and the man coming on is Mark Roberts. Roberts already on the score sheet twice this season for the Rugby Park side. Now Wright for Kilmarnock. And Reilly. Support from Kerr. Paul Wright's like nice little touch finds Mark Roberts. And Roberts opens it up for Gus MacPherson. Blocking tackle from O'Halloran. Might have the corner. There's Durrant. Sends it in. It's knocked down. It drops back towards Matt Reilly. He kept down the shots, but not enough power to beat Alan Main. Ian Durrant's corner swung in there. The header away, broke to Mark Reilly. He tried to keep the shot down, but he didn't have enough power to beat Alan Main. Durrant looks up and finds Reilly. Lauchlan, back to Durrant. Neat little succession of passes. There's Kerr. Finding Wright. Will they try the shot in the curler? Paul Wright. He can hit them from there. He's slightly underneath it. And Dylan Kerr found Paul Wright just about 25 yards out. But over the top. Long ball looks for Lowndes. Can he keep it in? He does well. And across covering was Lauchlan. Lauchlan looking very sharp this afternoon. There's Kane. Dodds with a cross. The header away by McGowne. Falls to Samail. Tries to lob the keeper, but Gordon Marshall kept his eye on that. There's Mark Roberts to the bounce of the ball, beating the St Johnstone defenders. Roberts the cut back for Wright. A glorious chance for the second. Over the top from Paul Wright. And he can't believe he's missed that one. Long ball catching out Darren Dodds there. Mark Roberts held it up. He looked for support. He found it in Paul Wright, but he just couldn't direct it on target. Now it's Boland. Misunderstanding between Paul Kane and Roddy Grant. And Dasovic. Wide to Samail. And Alan Mahood was the man who got in the tackle. So stoppage time will be played. Reilly used up 15 seconds of that, and St Johnstone have the corner. Can they claim the late equaliser? The big men up. Kane with it. Out comes Marshall, and another safe pair of hands from Gordon Marshall. Takes the pressure off his defence. This is another fine afternoon. Long clearance from Marshall straight through to his opposite number. That's a meal. And he goes down. He's in a bit of agony. That's Samail. And that challenge from Mahood. So, could be the last chance for St Johnstone. The big men are forward. Boland flights it in. Header away by Kerr. And referee Dougie McDonald brings this match to a close. It's Kilmarnock who run out the victors thanks to a first half goal from Gary Holt after 18 minutes. But much thanks goes to Gordon Marshall, who once again kept a clean sheet. It's his 16th clean sheet in 27 league games. A marvellous save in the second half to deny Roddy Grant. An excellent afternoon for the Rugby Park side, who before this had gone 6 games without a win. The final scoreline at McDermott Park: St Johnstone 0, Kilmarnock 1.
I think there's doubts creeping into each player. There's been bickering at each other and that, which isn't a bad thing. It shows that people care about the game and that. And I think that's what's helped is people shouting at each other and falling out at each other and what this manager likes. So I think that's got us back in the rails.
We're delighted with the 3 points. It's never an easy venue to come to up here. But the guys worked hard, applied themselves in a proper manner. McCoist went an extra yard, and thankfully we got the break we've been looking for the last few weeks.
And of course, after a succession of games without a victory, so important for the confidence.
Oh, definitely. That's what we've just been missing the last few weeks anyway. There's been a few strong words said this week. Had a few meetings, and we got things cleared the air a bit. And everybody knew where they stood, and myself included. And thankfully we got it right.
St Johnstone have had a good run of late, whereas we've had a sticky one. And if we had a good run, then we'd maybe still be challenging Rangers. So hopefully this will carry us on for the rest of the season. Hopefully we get more wins.
Is this the result that kick-starts Kilmarnock's end of season run in?
We'll see. We'll get a big game next week. We'll get everybody to play again and get into the last quarter. We're sitting 5 points off which we finished last year. So hopefully we can progress past that and clinch the 3rd or even the 2nd spot.